Hey YouTube, today we have the repair of a steering force feedback board out of a San Francisco Rush or Rush the Rock. And this particular board had no clockwise direction. So when you start up the game and it does the self-test, the wheel will first go clockwise, then it will go counterclockwise. And then this one would fail that boot up test because it could not go clockwise at all, but it would go counterclockwise. So you could hit the abort button and then play, but again, you'd have no force feedback in the clockwise direction. So what I figured would be the problem first would be those op amps that are mounted to this large heat sink. There is Q1 on the left and then Q2 on the right. And these are, if you're looking for replacement parts, these are, I got them from DigiKey, but OPAs 541 APs. Now, you can find these on eBay as well for less money. I think at DigiKey these are pretty stinking expensive. I think they're 25 bucks a piece, and then there was a $5 tariff on that. And this is not a political thing. That tariff was in place during our last president as well. But I think on eBay you can get them around $15 a piece maybe, but then you run the very high risk that those are counterfeit or even used items. So for the extra 10 bucks or so, I figured I wouldn't want to mess around second guessing if I bought good replacement parts or not. I just went with the trusted source. And I bought two of them and they both worked in the board. So I had to figure out though, because again, Q1 is on the left, Q2 is standing up on the right. I had to figure out which one controlled clockwise and which one controlled counterclockwise. And I had pretty much a coin toss guess here. And at first I thought, okay, it tests the clockwise direction first, so probably Q1 gets pulsed first and then Q2 would be counterclockwise. So I took out Q1 and then replaced it, and I still had no clockwise direction. So I guessed wrong. And it was actually Q2 that controls clockwise, and then this one's gonna go and be the controller for counterclockwise. So that might give you a little bit of a help if you have problems in one direction or the other, because I don't believe that there is a schematic for this board, which makes them really hard to repair. But again, these op amps that are on this large heat sink are kind of the high stress, high heat component, especially if the 120 volt fan in your cabinet's not working. That should be, it's mounted in the game like this, but it should be shooting air directly down onto this heat sink to cool it off. If that fan's not working, these are going to overheat, and those are probably going to get killed earlier than they normally would have if they could operate a little bit cooler. So again, just the op amps are the problem on this one. They're a spendy part, and then just be on the lookout for counterfeit or used items on eBay. All right, good luck out there.